Today, the subject is Purnam. It's a Sanskrit word which means the whole, the full, infinite, limitless. This actually forms a pair with last Sunday's talk, which was titled Shunyam, which means the void or emptiness. So emptiness and fullness.
It's kind of like the yin and the
In fact,
yang.
just a little correction for last Sunday's talk. I mentioned a particular book, Progressive Stages of Meditation on Emptiness, and I said somebody who had recommended it to me, but it turns out somebody else had recommended, and he wrote, no, it was me. I recommended it to you. So it was Jackson Peterson, who is a Tibetan Buddhist master and teacher in this country and abroad also, many places abroad. So we are very grateful to him because that book really put a lot of things in place for me. Purnam, why I selected this as, this is sort of, for me, this is a word which encompasses the vision of Vedanta in its entirety and its depth. For me, it is particularly evocative because when I was growing up, a little boy in a city called Bhubaneswar on the eastern coast of India, we have a very beautiful Ramakrishna Mission ashram there, which was founded all the way back in 1918 by Swami Brahmananda, the first president of the Ramakrishna order, whom Sri Ramakrishna considered his spiritual son. Beautiful ashram and very, very deep spiritual vibrations there. Now, as a little kid, one of the memories of the ashram that I have is going upstairs to the shrine. The shrine was on the roof. It still is. Oh, wow. But in the old shrine, when you go up there, this is about 40 years ago. First, you enter through a room, you used to in those days. And that room was a bare little room, very sparse. And I can still feel the cool floor on my bare feet and the sunlight streaming through the open windows. There's a very beautiful garden outside and very silent, except for sometimes chirping of birds. And there was just this one mantra written on a wooden board hung up on the wall. That's all. There was nothing else in that room as far as I remember. And that mantra said, in Sanskrit, the famous Shanti mantra from the Upanishads, Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Which means, Om, that is the infinite Brahman. That means, I'll explain that. So that is the infinite Brahman. This manifested universe is also Purnam, is that infinite Brahman, is Brahman. And from that Purnam, this Purnam has come. From that fullness, this fullness has arisen. Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya. In this manifested universe, if you recognize the infinite here, then Purnameva Vashishyate, the infinity alone remains, or the fullness alone remains. So if you put it together, what does it say? It says, that is the full. This universe is also the full. And this fullness has come from that fullness. Mm-hmm. And in this, if you recognize the infinity, then that fullness or that infinity alone remains. Om, peace, peace, peace.
That's really beautiful that he said, if you recognize this fullness or that fullness, then this fullness remains.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like recognizing the infinite nature of yourself, being a part of the universe, being a part of creation, recognizing that you are infinite, everything around you is infinite, all of us are infinity, and being that, you remain and keep the infinity inside of you. So you keep that limitless energy inside of you by recognizing that that's what's out there and you are what's out there, as above, so below. Everything that is out there is within as well. So people have to realize that. And I love the way that he said that once you realize that, then that's what remains.
Yeah, it makes me just think of the phrase, the one is the all and the all is the one, because we are part of the all and we have the all within us and naturally by being part of the all. So I like that. I bet he has a lot more to say on that.
Yep.
I don't know how much I understood of that. I was a little kid. I knew some Sanskrit because we were studying it in school, so I was able to read it. But it was very evocative for me. I don't know if it's some kind of memories of past life or something, but I always was fascinated. I remember before going to the shrine, I would stop and stare and just soak in the sunlight and the stillness in that room and that mantra on the wall. That's why it's always remained my favorite peace chant, Shanti mantra. Today, I want to go a little bit into it. It's the deepest truth about Vedanta, about Hinduism. And I think it's really great to reflect upon it a little bit. Let's go into this, in the profound depths of this mantra a little bit before we go ahead. Purnamadaha Purnamidam. The Sanskrit words ada idam. Ada means that. Something that is not perceptible. You don't see it, hear it, smell it, taste it, touch it. You can't comprehend it with your intellect. You don't have any information about it. It's something that you take on belief. For example, God. God is in heaven. I don't see God. I don't understand it not too well. It's beyond my perception. It's beyond creation. That. In Sanskrit, there's a word for it, paroksha. Paroksha means beyond the range of our senses. It's suprasensible. So
I like this because we get to learn so much.
Or infinity. That which is paroksha, beyond our range of our senses, which we take on belief. Maybe our religion has told us about it. Maybe we sort of believe in it, some kind of transcendent reality. And then it says, Purnamidam. This one, which we perceive right now, this world. This also is full. This is also full. Now, let's concentrate on the words idam and ada. Idam means this perceptible universe, which we are experiencing all the time. Ada means that, transcendent, which we don't experience and we sort of either believe in it or don't believe in it. In any case, even if you believe in it, you take it on faith. And now see what the mantra is doing. It's so subversive. It just says both that which is transcendent and that which is right now here empirically perceived and which you're experiencing all the time. They're the same thing. By using the word Purnam, that's Purnam. This is Purnam.
Okay.
It's exactly the same thing. What has been done here is paroksha and this pratyaksha. Pratyaksha means direct.
Okay, direct.
These two words are brought together and both are called Purnam. By
So that beyond
what is done
and then
is,
direct.
there's a Sanskrit word, badhita, negated. The remoteness and the immediate perceptibility, both of them are negated by showing that it's one reality.
I love that. I love that.
Go a little further. If that
Both
sounds
are
cryptic
negated by
and difficult,
showing
it'll become
one
easier.
reality.
But it is a very profound subject.
That's beautiful.
If you go a
I
little
love the way
further,
he
the
breaks
next
it
part
down
of the
too,
mantra
so
says,
easily to
Very
understand.
Purnat Purnamudachyate. From that fullness, this fullness has arisen. If you want to put it in the language of theistic religion, God created the world. That's what is being said. God created the world. God created the world. From that fullness, this fullness has arisen. In the Sanskrit grammar of it, Purnat, that's the fifth case ending. From that. Fifth case. Always from that means cause. A cause is being pointed out. And this is the effect. That is the creator. This is the created. And again, the mantra does something subversive. It says, that and this, that cause and this effect are both Purnam. They are not both. They are the same Purnam. By saying that what has been done, causality is negated. From that, this has been created. The mantra is saying, no, 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 nothing has been created. That alone exists.
Everything
And we
is.
Pausing
are
it right now,
experiencing it
so-
as this.
That's beautiful because, as you said, everything is. So what he's saying is it's not. They're both the same Purnam, meaning that creation only has one form existing. The only quality existence has is existing.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even imagine something that doesn't exist because it doesn't exist. Energy can't be created nor destroyed. So you've always been here. If you exist now, then you're here always, now and forever. That's something I say in my meditations all the time. And it just comes to me because that's truly what I believe. And through meditation, through listening to people like Swami, this information can clearly come to you and people like me and people that are receptive. If you're watching this video, then you're one of those people. So that is just such an insightful and beautiful thing, hearing that, because just hearing that, everything is already existing is just such a profound and incredible thing. It sounds like common sense, but it's really not, because people don't really understand the depth to it and the deepness of it, that both are the same, both are two different sides of the same coin, but they're the same coin. So that's what he's saying. That and this are the same Purnam. The only thing that there is creation.
Yeah, what it kind of makes me think of, because we actually just saw The Little Mermaid. We brought my nieces,
Yep.
and it makes me think about how, The Little Mermaid, she wants to go to the surface so bad. And to her, it's like a totally different reality that she's so curious about, but she knows nothing about and feels like she can never be there because she lives down here in the water. And then the prince that she falls in love with, he's actually quite fascinated with the ocean and wants to know more about the waters. And it's kind of like that. So, we can live on Earth and we wonder about the universe and the spirit world and all these other dimensions and realities. And we feel like it's something totally separate and different from us.
Wow.
But it's still just one. And in the same way, the water and the land, it's still one Earth. So it kind of makes me think of that.
That's really profound. That's a really profound thought, because
Thank you.
You're right. That is how it is. It's like people always are looking for something outside, not realizing that, as he said, bringing it full circle in the beginning, what is outside is inside, essentially. That is this. So that's a very profound thought, because like you said, the Little Mermaid, she wants to get above water. He wants to go underwater and beyond the sea. But it's just, the duality of both of those things. It's, hard to wrap your mind around it, but those are the same, but it doesn't feel like that whenever you're just in one specific area.
Yeah.
That's why it's good to meditate and open your consciousness and reach out and truly learn this kind of information. This is a very enlightening and brilliant subject that we love to talk about. So thank you for watching this video. Like and subscribe, and continue to watch for the next part. We're going to go through this whole video, and we're going to talk about it and discuss it and view it. So
yeah, we really enjoyed it, and we're going to make sure we watch the whole thing. So stay tuned. See you in the next one.
yep.